Are you ready to learn some real life English with comprehensible input? Well, good. Because today we are going to talk about something that is very popular in the culture here in the United States. Kind of a holiday. Some people don't see it that way, but it is a day that a lot of people think is very fun. Halloween. Let's go. Hey guys, it is your English-speaking friend, Kyle. Today we're going to continue improving our English with comprehensible input. What is comprehensible input? Comprehensible input is when a native speaker, like me, speaks slowly and clearly so that you can understand. And guys, like I said in the introduction, today we're going to talk about something that is very big here, very popular this time of year at the end of October here in the United States. And it's a day that we call Halloween. Now, today Halloween is a day where children put on masks and costumes. They dress up like superheroes or firemen or soldiers, and then they go out looking for candy. So guys, Halloween has become something huge in the United States. It's a huge business. People spend millions of dollars every year on things like this. This is Connor's mask. It's actually kind of cool. You could change between all these different things. Pretty interesting. They didn't have things like this when I was a kid going trick-or-treating. But Connor really likes this. So people spend a lot of money on costumes, but another thing that people spend tons of money on Halloween is decorations. People spend thousands of dollars to make their house look like that. My wife and I think that's a waste of money, but some people really get into it. So in this video, I'll be telling you what Halloween is like here in the United States, what people do on Halloween. But first, let's figure out where Halloween even came from. Why do we celebrate this weird day by dressing up in costumes and walking around asking for candy? Let's find out. Okay guys, so the origins of this holiday are actually very old, and it comes from an ancient Celtic festival that was known as Samhain or something like that. And this was celebrated over 2,000 years ago in what is now known as Ireland, Britain, and northern France. And what this day was the end of the harvest, when the farming season ended and winter officially began. And the belief was that on October 31st, the day that Halloween is on, the barrier or the boundary between the world of the living and the world of the dead became blurred, and spirits could return to the earth. So people lit big fires and they wore costumes. They wore costumes to scare away the spirits or the ghost. Now, when Christianity came to Europe, the church made November 1st All Saints' Day, a holiday to celebrate the saints in the religion and the martyrs who have died. And this was known as All Saints' Day or All Hallows' Day. So the day before, October 31st, became known as All Hallows' Eve, because Eve means the day before. Christmas Eve is the day before Christmas. Later, it just became Halloween. So that's where we got the date and the basic idea. These traditions came to the United States in the 19th century or the 1800s, when many Irish immigrants came to the United States due to something known as the potato famine, which was a very rough time of starvation in Ireland. Okay guys, now I'm out here in my backyard. I wanted to come out here so I could show you all these leaves that are in my yard right now. You see red ones, yellow ones, orange looking ones. They're everywhere, guys. And that's just part of this time of year. The leaves are everywhere. Earlier today, guys, when I looked back here, you could just see the leaves falling. I guess that's why we call it fall. The season is called fall, because the leaves fall off the trees. So guys, like I said, Halloween had its roots in ancient customs and rituals meant to scare off ghosts and protect you from evil spirits. But nowadays, it's more of a business. And guys, when I say that it's a business, I mean it. It's a huge business. Let's talk about some some statistics or some facts about how much money gets spent every year on Halloween. So guys, they say in the year 2025, this year, they are guessing that there will be $13 billion spent on Halloween in the US alone. And 4.3 billion of that is going to be on costumes. 4.2 billion is going to be on decorations, the skeletons and spiders and things that people like to put on their houses and in their yards like this. 3.9 billion will be spent on candy, and 860 million will be spent on costumes for people's pets, for their pets, guys. Pet costumes. So they're saying that the average person spends about $114, but families with children will spend around $652 on costumes, candy, decorations. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. But you know what the thing is, guys? Even though I don't care about Halloween at all, there's almost a pressure that you have to spend some money on it because the schools have a Halloween day. So if you don't buy your kid a costume, they're going to feel bad. They're going to be the only kid without a costume. You don't want that. You don't want your kid to be the only one without a costume. So I went and got Connor a Star Wars costume because he couldn't wear that mask at school. So I got him a Star Wars costume. Connor and I really love to watch Star Wars together, so he's happy about that. So what are some other things that people do on Halloween traditionally here in the US? Well, like I said, kids dress up in costumes, and we call this trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating is when a kid goes and puts on a costume, they go out into the neighborhoods, walk around, they knock on doors, they say trick-or-treat, and then the person in the house is supposed to open the door and give them some candy. And that is called trick-or-treating. That is trick-or-treating. Guys, let me tell you something ridiculous that people used to say when I was a kid. When they would go trick-or-treating, they would knock on the door, they would say, trick-or-treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. How weird is that? Isn't it weird, guys, that we have such strange traditions that everybody does, even though they make no sense? Who would do that? Who would tell their kids to do that? But I haven't heard anybody say that in a long time. Now the kids just say trick or treat. So trick or treating, dressing up in costumes, going out, trying to get some candy, that's a big thing. Another big thing, guys, for older people is Halloween parties. A lot of people here go to Halloween parties. And just to be honest, guys, what this usually is a bunch of older adults putting on costumes, dressing up like whatever, superheroes or monsters, and then they go and drink alcohol and get drunk and party. I've honestly never been to a Halloween party, and I don't regret that at all. Just not interesting to me, guys. Not interested at all. But that is something very popular, and all the bars are the places where people go to buy alcohol and drink. All of the bars and clubs here in the US will usually have a Halloween night where people go dress up and get drunk. So that's not something I'm into, but a lot of people here do it. And another thing that people like to do here in the United States is making something that we call a jack-o'-lantern. What is a jack-o'-lantern? A jack-o'-lantern is when you take a pumpkin and you carve a face into it. Have you seen a jack-o'-lantern before? Well, you're gonna see one right now. All right, guys, like I said, I was gonna show you carving a pumpkin. This is a what, wife?
Pumpkin.
This is a pumpkin, and we are going to carve it. Is somebody knocking at the door? Hold on a second, guys. Somebody's knocking at the door. Hello?
Trick or treat.
What do you want, kid? It's not Halloween.
Are you ready to learn real life English with comprehensible input?
That's not a trick-or-treater. That's Connor. Here's your candy. Come on in and carve a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. My buddy Connor is done trick-or-treating. He got his candy. How is it?
Yummy. It's called Haiku if you ever want to buy it.
It's called Haichu. So guys, we're gonna carve this pumpkin. When I was a kid, we always took newspaper and put them down on the ground, because when you carve a pumpkin, what happens, buddy?
It gets messy.
It can get messy because there's something in the pumpkins that we used to call the pumpkin guts. What are guts?
Inside.
The stuff inside of you. So the inside of your stomach and stuff is actually guts. So I guess that's why we call what's inside the pumpkin guts. So I'm going to show you guys what the inside of a pumpkin looks like. Nobody buys newspapers anymore here, guys, honestly. Everybody gets their newspapers or their news from the TV or their phones. My mom had some newspapers, so I asked her, and she sent this one. And I don't want to use this. This is actually a very historical newspaper, guys. This is from the day that Barack Obama won the election in 2008. So this was the day that this man became the first African-American president in the history of the United States. So this was a very, very historic day in United States history. And my mom just happened to have this newspaper from that day laying around. So I think I'll keep this because that's pretty cool. That's like having a newspaper from the day that, you know, World War II ended or something. So, are you ready to carve this pumpkin?
Yes, I'm ready to violently rip it open.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. I'm not
All
really
right.
violent.
So guys, first thing to do when you're carving a pumpkin is what, Connor?
Put down the newspaper,
And then?
get your sharp thing, and then
You don't just stab it, you get the guts out. You gotta cut the top off.
ah,
So we're gonna take our pumpkin carving knives. Let me do this part first. And you stick them in and you saw.
yeah, like how you do with a tree.
Yeah, just like a tree. So stick it in there.
Oh, hey, I'm doing
Yeah, and then we'll work our way around. You're doing fine. You gotta do up and down, up and down.
I am trying to. This lump is very heavy. Oh, hey, making it through the giant lump.
Almost there. Camera wife, do they do this in Colombia?
We don't have pumpkins.
Oh, you don't have pumpkins?
What?
We have something called like aujamas, so similar. It's like a pumpkin.
And do you carve them?
No,
Huh.
we don't have that tradition.
Do you guys dress up for Halloween?
I never did, but yeah, people does.
Okay, guys, tell me, in your country, do you dress up for Halloween? And have you ever carved a pumpkin? All right, so we got the stem and the top off. Now we gotta get those guts out. So hold on.
I think I could see some of the seeds. What are you doing?
You gotta get in there. You're helping.
No!
Oh, yes, you are.
I refuse
mister.
to get my beautifully perfect arms dirty.
All right, we're going in.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ah, that's pumpkin guts, guys.
You violently ripped out his guts.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the guts and the seeds and throw them in there.
I want to keep this seed so that I can grow it.
You wanna grow pumpkins?
Yes, so that we can have infinite pumpkin pie.
Okay, hold on, buddy. Pumpkin pie is actually something that's very good. I didn't mention pumpkin pie because that's something that's associated with Thanksgiving, which is the next holiday coming up here in the
I'm
US.
keeping any seeds that don't go in the bin.
Okay. But actually, Connor said we should grow pumpkins, and I was actually thinking about that because, guys, these are expensive. This was $7.
What?
$7.
I'm gonna yoink these.
So what if I grew 20 of these, you know, and sold them next year? They'll probably be $10. So I was thinking about growing pumpkins and some corn because those are the decorations that everybody wants for Halloween.
I'm taking more pumpkin seeds so that we can have a bunch of pumpkins.
Watch this, guys. Grab that seed right there.
Okay.
That big one in there.
Ah!
I am.
Help me. Get in there. All
Are
right.
we gonna keep some of the seeds so that we can cook them too?
We are going to cook some seeds, guys. I'll show you that. Let me clean this all out, and then I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, guys. We got all the guts out of our pumpkin here. Here's our seeds.
That we're gonna cook.
We are going to cook those seeds.
And these seeds that I've taken, we're gonna plant and make pumpkins. And hopefully the deer don't eat them.
Connor wants to grow pumpkins.
Yes.
Let's put our lid back on them. Now, buddy, we got to carve a face on there. So I'll carve one eye, and you carve the next eye, okay?
And then we'll both carve out the mouth together.
Okay, let me do one eye.
Yeah, triangle. We want a triangle.
Well, I'll do a weird circle. You do a triangle.
Okay.
And then he'll just be one weird pumpkin.
Actually, I think I might want to do a circle too.
Okay. Okay. That's one of his eyes, guys. That's an eye. This is a pumpkin eye. Okay, little man, your turn.
I want to make it close together so that it looks like a face.
Stick it in there.
Try to stick it in there.
There you go. Good, bud. Connor is carving to carve the eye out of this pumpkin. Thank you. Guys, I just sneezed. Achoo! And my wife said, bless you. Do you guys say something in your language when somebody sneezes? Tell me in the comments. Salute. I know my Spanish-speaking friends say salute. I believe in you, bruh.
I guess it could be kind of round, but then just be a square.
Well, if it was perfect, it wouldn't be cool. We gotta make it unique.
And then I'm gonna do it like this.
Cool. They're not sharp at all. These knives, guys, they're not sharp at all. So that's why they're like this, so that kids can't hurt themselves.
I got it. I think so.
You did good.
Nice!
Yes.
Connor carved the eye out of the pumpkin.
Don't eat it.
I think it's probably good. All right. Do we need a nose? Triangle nose?
Yeah, sure. That's a big nose.
Yeah, he's got a big nose. What of it? You got a little tiny nose. That's his nose.
It kind of looks like a cute
Like
little
a mouth. It looks like his mouth is like,
Oh, I'm
looks
gonna
like
make a
a
mouth
blue
too,
pigman's
though.
mouth.
Oh, that does kind of just look. He's like,
yeah. Sure.
He looks like a
What do
blue
you guys think?
pigman. Just a blue piggy.
do I look like him?
No.
Should we make it a mouth now?
Yes.
Do you like carving pumpkins, Con?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You more excited to try the seeds?
Yeah.
Did you ever eat pumpkin seeds before?
No, I don't think so. But I think our school in first grade had them before, but I didn't want to eat them.
Guys, Connor is getting a lot more adventurous with his eating. He's trying a lot of new foods.
Yeah. And maybe you could put some of that chili lime sauce.
Yeah, we're gonna make some spicy ones.
Yeah, like Takis.
It's like his
Wow.
tongue like, bleh.
That's a good one.
He looks happy.
Yeah, happy pumpkin.
But we should get rid of those vines, or else it looks like he has a bunch of vines in his mouth.
All right, guys, this is probably the worst jack-o'-lantern ever made, but we like him, right?
Yeah. Name him Mega Bob.
Mega Bob.
Let me show you my original Bob.
Oh, Connor already made a pumpkin at school. He's gonna show us his pumpkin. So guys, this is just something you do with your kids. Or some adults probably do it alone, I guess, but I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for my kid or to show you guys how it's done. But anyway, people make these, they put them outside with little candles in them so that it lights up.
Meet Bob.
And this is Connor's pumpkin that he decorated at school. Pumpkins can be tiny or they could be huge.
Bob.
Put it close. to
Bob's
the
turning green. Bob's turning green. He's gonna die soon. I feel like we should keep him
This
out
is
my-
Bob's dad, Robert.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're gonna clean up and then we'll make some pumpkin seeds to eat. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys, we've got our seeds here. They're washed and dried off. Now we have to season them. 1 second, buddy. Connor's gonna help me season. We're gonna put just a little bit of oil on there to help them cook and help the seasoning stay on them. So now we gotta shake them up a bit. Get that oil all on them. Hit me.
I want to be super
Wait,
spicy.
wait. Let's shake it up and see what that looks like. Watch out, buddy. You can smell it.
I think that's good.
Some more seasoning?
One more little tiny shake. Okay. All right, guys. These are our spicy. I forgot to mention what this is, guys. This is actually a YouTuber I really like. He's an American. He's from Louisiana.
Wait, that's actually a YouTuber
Yep.
thing?
His YouTube name is Stale Cracker, and he makes food, and then he says, "That's money, dude." Or because they speak French. Well, they used to speak French in Louisiana. Nobody does anymore. But to honor his grandparents and stuff, sometimes he'll say a little bit of French. When he tries something and it's good, he says, "Ça c'est bon, dude," which means that is good,
So
dude.
the YouTuber made that?
He made this, and I bought it to support him because he's a really cool guy,
Is he
and because
still
it's a good.
around?
Yeah, he's around. You want to watch his videos later? He's really cool. All right, guys. I put our pumpkin seeds in the air fryer for about 10 or 12 minutes. That is what they look like. You ready to try one?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Meh.
Just grab a little
Maybe I
piece.
could just suck it up and just spit
Grab
it
a
out.
couple, buddy,
Okay.
and chew it up.
It's a bit hot. Chew it up.
Yeah, so you get all that seasoning. Tastes better like that.
Feels like popcorn.
It's not bad, guys.
And I don't really taste any spiciness.
He said, meh, which means, it's okay. But he keeps on eating. I think they're pretty good. Baby, will you try one? Or a couple?
Tastes like popcorn. Wow.
All right, guys. Pumpkin seeds taste like popcorn. Super healthy for you. These are full of magnesium, I believe. I'm not positive. I think it's magnesium, but there's one nutrient that's very hard to find that these have a ton of. So maybe you need to eat these. All right, guys. That was our video about Halloween. Thank you, wife, for helping record. Thank you, Con, for helping me make it. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for being here with us, spending your time learning. I appreciate every single one of you. And we will see you in the next video. Give him a salute, buddy.
Adios.
Bye, guys.